Even though Joker did not win the Golden Globes Best Movie Award, Joaquin Phoenix did win the Best Actor, which was completely well-deserved. In fact, he has been winning all the awards since the release of Joker. But of course, there is always some drama in every award show that is more important than who won the actual prize. After this year's Golden Globe, some are still thinking why Beyoncé didn't stand up for Joaquin, if Phoenix was drunk when he was giving his acceptance speech, or if his ego is already so big that he gives himself the right to mock the reporter's question backstage at the Golden Globes. Rarely people talk about how much effort Joaquin put into fighting his own demons and how hard he worked to raise mental health awareness for the audience. Well, I am here to tell you all about that. But before going any further, make sure to hit the subscription button and the bell next to it to be the first one to be notified whenever we release some new bomb content. Now it is time to talk about the controversies that surrounded Joaquin Phoenix during the recent Golden Globes. At first, I thought I wasn't going to talk about Beyoncé not standing up for Joaquin Phoenix's win, but then I changed my mind. Maybe this whole thing was because she didn't win the Best Original Song for Spirit from The Lion King, and that probably was the reason why she didn't really talk to other people. Even Ellen mentioned how Beyoncé was avoiding other celebs. Could this be the reason why she didn't stand up when Phoenix's name was announced as Best Actor? And if that's the case, I am very disappointed. Such a cheap move from someone people call a queen. Though Beyoncé is not the type to explain things, so I don't believe we will ever find the actual motive behind her act of ignorance. However, this for sure was not the only drama on this year's show. And no, I am not talking about the number of F-bombs Joaquin Phoenix dropped in his acceptance speech. One of the things people were surprised about was the fact that Phoenix thanked the organizers of the event for choosing an entirely vegan menu. Since he already had the mic, he took the opportunity to give some advice to the stars who were just sending their best wishes to the Australians. His exact words were, "We don't have to take private jets to Palm Springs for the awards sometimes, or back. Please, and I'll try to do better. I hope you will too." Another thing people were saying about his speech was how he was anxious, jittery, and rambling like he was drunk. But was he really drunk? Or was he trying to fight his demons? I will tell you what the problem was in a bit. Like this was not enough. After that, the Golden Globes backstage press conference thing happened, and he had no idea about it. They told him that he was going to have his photo taken with his award, and right after that, he was thrown into a press conference that he had no idea about. Maybe that's what made him so salty. It seemed like Phoenix was already somehow defensive from the beginning. And I say this because when one of the journalists asked him about his preparation process to play the role of Joker, the actor replied, "Isn't this old news? I think I've talked about this for 6 months. I mean, right? I feel like I've answered these questions. You want to hear a different version of it? I can try to change it slightly. Or what should I do?" To be fair, it is true. You can find him answering that question everywhere. And he didn't shoot down the reporter altogether. He did entertain him with a little bit of an answer, but it was relatively short, and he concluded it with, "It was a long process, and there's so many things that I just can't remember right now. But I feel like I already answered this 6 months ago, but thanks for still asking." Phoenix was also questioned about the rumored sequel and how it might turn into something predictable. To which he replied that he had never done too many predictable things in his life, and that if they made a sequel, it would be because they were inspired to explore the character more deeply, not because of following some rulebook. And that was the only reason he'd decide to do the project. Later, he was asked about the vegan menu at the Golden Globes, and he said, "I think we're coming to a point now where the evidence is irrefutable and undeniable. I think it's somewhat where we realized how poisonous tobacco was, and secondhand smoking. They made it illegal to smoke in public places. I think now consuming animal products is no longer just a personal choice." Even though Joaquin Phoenix was obviously very enthusiastic about the food, the menu actually received so much criticism because of hypocrisy and extremists. And now it is time to talk about the demon called anxiety Joaquin has been fighting all this time. In November 2013, in his interview with Esquire, Joaquin mentioned that despite having more than 3 decades of experience in the industry, he is still not able to control his nerves at the time of recording. He said, "I don't know my craft. Every movie, I feel like it's my first. They have to put pads in my armpits because I sweat so much that it drips down my wardrobe. According to him, all the successes he had achieved up until that point of his career had been the work of fortune, and he really did not deserve to be where he was. Well, he said that in 2013, long before he gave life to Arthur Fleck. So I think he might have changed his mind now, cause we sure think he deserves what he has achieved, and so much more. Speaking of this anxiety, when his name was mentioned at the 2017 Cannes International Film Festival as the winner of the Best Actor award for his role in the movie You Were Never Really Here, the actor shyly asked his lover, Rooney Mara, what was going on. And when he took to the stage, more than triumphant, he was overwhelmed and even somewhat scared. Pretty similar to his Golden Globes winning moment, if you ask me. And speaking of Joaquin's lover, Rooney Mara, since she has entered his life, she has done nothing but made him a better person and help him in every way she could. After going to rehab in 2005, what Phoenix most needed was a partner with whom he could share his new life. Someone who could help him become better, and that is when he found Rooney. They, for sure, have one of the most beautiful Hollywood love stories that I have covered so far. Wait, did I cover their love story? No, that was the other guy. Was this script meant for the other guy? Anyway, my time is up here. Now it is your time to tell me what you guys think about Joaquin Phoenix and all the controversy that has been following him after his win at this year's Golden Globes. Do you think he was too arrogant with the press? Do you believe that he has anxiety, or do you think that this is all a publicity stunt? Do you think he deserved to be chosen as the best actor? Let's talk about all of that in the comments section, and remember to like, share, and to become a part of our CurioSips family by subscribing to our channel. Until next time.